guys, my name is Olga and I work here at Karl Chevrolet. I'm a sales and product specialist, so today I'm gonna go over a couple of features on this amazing, very pretty color, 2020 Spark, okay? If you guys gonna follow me, right here we have a keyless entry. So as long as you have a key fob with you, which I have in my hand right now, if you press it once, it will lock all the doors. If you press it twice, it will unlock all the doors, okay? If I open up the door right here, there's a couple of things on the door right here. So this is how you adjust your mirrors, okay? Right now, if it's on a circle, that means that no matter what I do to the mirrors, it's not gonna do anything, it's not gonna move them, it kind of locks it in place. Left mirror and you adjust it, right mirror and then you adjust it. And then most people leave it there. You got your front windows, you got your rear windows. You also have locks for the rear windows. So if you have any kids or puppies in the back seat, you can lock them out so they can not roll down their windows. And then you have lock and unlock right there. Right here we have a couple of buttons, which is gonna be your lights. You have auto lights, which means that everything will come on automatically. You don't have to turn anything on, you don't have to turn anything off. This one right there will actually adjust your lights for your speedometer in the radio, so pretty much your interior lights. You go up, it will make them brighter, go down, it'll make them duller. And you do have traction control right there, okay? You also have this is how you open up your hood. So all you gotta do is just pull on it and it pops open. With this one, you also have a gas lever, which is right there, okay? So you do have to open that up by pulling it up, and then we'll go around. It will pop open just like that. So you just open that up, unscrew the cap, put gas in, and lock it up, okay? Now that we went over the back just a little bit, you do have a rear camera right there, which is kind of amazing, and I'll show you how to work that later, okay? But it's right in here, okay? You also have awesome backup sensors right here, which I absolutely love. Saved me a couple of times from hitting a few cars. You do have your little button right underneath here to open up your hatch, just like that, okay? You do have a little privacy cover right there that if you have anything in there, you can cover it up. You also have your spare tire right underneath. So if you pull this little lever right there, there it is. Here's your little spare tire. Put that back, pull it on the handle, and shuts. All right, you guys, I'm gonna show you how to move the front seat, okay? So if I hop in here, there is a lever right under here. So you pull and just kind of move yourself forward. You got a couple of handles on this side. This one will move you up or down. This one will adjust your back, just like that, or back. Okay, pretty simple, pretty easy. Guys, so now we're fully inside the vehicle. I'm gonna show you a few cool features in here, okay? Like how to start the vehicle. So you gotta put your foot on the brake and then press and hold the engine start-stop button until the vehicle starts, okay? Right here, we're gonna have your windshield wipers. For the front, you just gotta turn them on, and you have a little switch right there that you can adjust the speed of it. You also have the rear windshield wipers, which is you turn them on or off, just like that, okay? Windshield washer fluid for the front, you put the stick towards you. For the rear, it's away from you. And if you ever forget it, you do have a couple of little arrows right there to remind you. Now we're gonna move to the steering wheel. We do have your cruise control right there. To turn it on, you press it on, and you'll have a little circle that will pop up right in there, okay? Once you set your cruise, which you have to press this down to set it, that will turn green, and you'll have the speed limit pop up on there where you have it set at. To resume the speed, you go up or down. To cancel it, you press this button right here, or just shut it off like this. Right there, you guys gonna have your menu button, okay? So if you look on here, right now we set on trips, okay? So if these arrows up and down, So if I switch, you'll have your timer, your vehicle speed, average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, fuel range, trip 1. To clear it, there's gonna be set and clear right at the end. Press and hold, and it clears it. And then you have trip 1. If I hit the menu button one more time, it's gonna take us to the vehicle information, which is gonna tell us your oil life, units, tire pressures, remaining oil life, and that's about it on that end. But if you click it again, it'll take you back to the trips and just kind of scroll through. Most people like to leave it on this screen right here. You also have your park right there. So this is where you tell whether you park, drive, or neutral. And this is your direction. So right now we're facing north. On this side, we're gonna have the coolest features ever that I absolutely love is you don't ever have to touch your screen. You got volume right here for your radio, and right here you can change your radio station. So if we go to audio, so I can change my radio stations through here after we set our favorites, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. And you can also change between AM, FM, XM, or your Bluetooth. And you have your Bluetooth options right here, which will pair up a phone. I'll show you how to do that. So if you needed to make a phone call, you just press this button right there, and it will ask you for a command, and then you can say call so-and-so, and you can call whoever you want without touching your phone or pressing any buttons on your phone. Now we're gonna move on to the screen. So audio. Let's go to FM, for example. Okay, there's a couple of different ways to set the radio station. My favorite way is to hit browse, update stations. Sometimes you will have to update them. And the cool feature about this, if you're ever traveling to a different state, if you click update stations, it will pull up all of their radio stations. So that's kind of cool to have. Almost done. All right, now that we updated, it pulls up all the radio stations here around Des Moines area. So let's say if 99.9 is one of my favorite, click the star, it's saved. Let's say this one's one of my favorites, saved. So if I go back, they will be right in here, okay? Another way to do it is click tune, type in the radio station, 107.5, hit the star, you're done. XM radio, you guys do have XM radio for 3 months. With this vehicle, the same thing. Hit browse, pick a station, hit the star. Just like that. And remember we talked about this right here on the steering wheel? So you can actually move your radio stations this way. So you don't ever have to take your hands off the steering wheel. So right here you have the home button. So if you go back home, next button we're gonna go to is phone, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how to pair up a phone. So I have an iPhone, so the best way for me to do it would be to go to settings, Bluetooth, make sure that it's on, click connect, add. It's gonna come up with my Chevrolet. Click on that, make sure that the numbers match, which they do, hit pair, hit allow, so all of your contacts will transfer over. We go back, there it is. You can completely exit out of that because everything's in there now. So you'll have your recents in here, you'll have your contacts in here, everything's in there. So to make a phone call, you press this button, and then it will come up on your phone, but you don't have to listen to your phone. It will come up on here, and then you can say call so-and-so, and it will call whoever you need to. Pretty easy to do, and you can cancel it by doing it that. Now, you can have up to 7 different devices on here, and you can also edit certain things. So if I click on this pen right there, we can do first connect, which means that anytime, if I can get it turned on, no matter how many people are attached to the vehicle, my phone will be the first one to connect. But you can also name your phone. So if you have several different iPhones, you can go in here, you can delete it, and you can put your name in. So my name's Olga, so that's what I'm gonna put in there. Might hit save, so then it pops up as Olga's phone every single time. So it's easier to figure out whose phone's who. Okay, we'll get out of that. So if I go back home, our next button is going to be Wi-Fi, which with most Chevrolet vehicles, you will get Wi-Fi in the vehicle. You can name it through here. You can go in here, delete it, and name it whatever you want. And then the next one would be password. So you can name the password whatever you need to be. So that way you can change it every single time. You don't have to have the same password. So if somebody figures out your password, you have a way of changing it. Go back home, settings. There's lots of things in the settings, but a couple of my favorite things would be, for example, time and date. I'm a person who likes to leave everything on auto, so that way daylight saving time, if you're ever traveling to different state with different time zones, it will automatically adjust everything for you, and you guys don't ever have to mess with it. It all goes off your cell phone. Your phone will be right there. Language, you can't change it to different languages like French or Spanish. Wi-Fi is gonna be there. This is how you change your sound. So you can do maximum startup volume. So if you're partying the night before, the radio won't be so loud. Your favorites are there, different updates. So your vehicle will let you know if there's any radio updates. So you'll just go in there, hit update, and it will update whatever needs to be updated. Right now, everything should be updated. Apps. That's, I would have to probably say, one of my favorite things. I have an accent, as you guys can tell, so Bluetooth and I don't get along very well. However, Apple CarPlay and I work perfectly. So I'm gonna show you guys how to pair up an Apple CarPlay. You do have to have a cord for that. There's gonna be USB plug-in right underneath right here. So you just plug that in. And then you take your iPhone, plug the iPhone in, make sure that the screen is open. Okay, click continue. And boom, everything's there. So you'll have your recent, contact, keypad in there. If you go to these little boxes, you'll have several different apps that transferred over. Music, maps, which is my favorite. Because this vehicle does have navigation with OnStar, but a lot of people like to have this navigation because you can actually see it on the screen and you can go, hey Siri. Directions to Hoo-Ha. Directions. So you click on it, you hit go. And there it is. And then if you make sure that the volume's up on your phone, then the volume will be up on your screen, so that way you can hear it better. So then as you drive, you can actually see where you're going. It tells you the arrival time, how far away it is, and how many miles it is. So that's kind of cool. So if you, and then to end it, end route, or you can do it with the voice command also. You'll also have a whole bunch of different things in here. Different phones will have different apps that will pop up. Okay, so that's how you would do Apple CarPlay. All right, you guys, so with Android Auto, that's gonna work a little differently. You will have to go into your Play Store. You will have to download an app called Android Auto, just like it is on the screen right there. So if you ever forget it, just look on the screen and it will remind you what you need to download. So then it's gonna look like right here, this little circle right there. So you click on that. You do still have to have it plugged in. So you plug it in, hit get started, more, yes I am, continue. Make sure to turn Android Auto on, allow, continue, continue, continue on here. Sometimes it takes a little bit. All right, so now you have everything on the screen right there, okay? And you can push this button right there to talk, and ask it to call somebody, give you directions, things like that. But if you go to the home button right here, there's all the apps that transfers here. So if you needed to click on Spotify, make a phone call, but you don't have to really click or mess with your screen that much. You can just go, hey Google, call so-and-so. Hey Google, text message that person, this person, navigation, play Pandora. It will do all of that kind of fun stuff without actually touching the screen. Okay? So that was Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So now we're gonna go back to settings right there. Okay, you can go into audio right there and customize your tone settings, auto volume, the same thing just like with the sound button that we played with earlier. So if you exit out of there, if you go to vehicle, you do have an option. So let's say if you guys are you have a newborn, you have rear seat reminder. So what that does, it's just a little ding that will pop up on your little screen to remind you if there's anything in the back seat, whether it's a child, groceries, puppy, whatever it might be. Just a tiny little ding that will pop up once to let you know not to forget whoever's in the back seat. You have collision right there, and you have a park assist and a rear camera park assist symbol. So the park assist is just to let you know that you have sensors all the way around the vehicle, and if you're getting close to something, it's gonna beep at you. And the rear camera park assist, it's a little triangle that's gonna kind of scream at you when you're getting way too close. And I'm gonna show you what that does. So there's your camera, okay, and when you start backing up, it will actually, the closer I get, you're gonna get that little triangle in there that's gonna scream at you to stop. Okay, you got comfort and convenience. That's just gonna be the chime volume. I cannot shut it off, but I can make it more annoying if you guys like it. Auto wipe in reverse gear, it's on, which that means that anytime you have your windshield wiper on and you're in reverse, it's gonna continue going. If you're a person that don't like that feature, you can shut it off. Lights, you can change your exit lights to different settings like 60 seconds or 120 seconds, but most people normally leave them on 30 seconds, because if you leave it any longer than that, you're gonna start thinking that maybe you forgot to shut something off. At least that's how I think. And vehicle locator lights are on. That's just to let you know anytime you lock and unlock the vehicle, they will flash at you. Power door locks in here. It's just to let you know that there is auto door unlock, meaning that you do have a key fob that's gonna look like this with lock and unlock on it. So we have it set up on all doors. So if you press it once, it will do the driver's door. Press it twice, it'll do all the doors. Or you can shut that off. Delayed door locks, what that's gonna do, if I turn it on, I walk away, I hit lock, a minute later is when the vehicle actually locks for you. And if we go in here, you have a couple of different options. So for example, if you have a newborn, a lot of people will just do the lights, mainly because if you do lights and horns, sometimes it's a little loud. So you can actually change your options just to the lights or just to the horn or shut it off completely. And remote unlock lights set up for flashing of the lights, so that way anytime you unlock the vehicle, they will flash at you. Remote door unlock, we're gonna put it back to all doors because it's just easier that way. Passive door locks. Passive door lock, door unlock right there, okay? Most people leave it on all doors, so you can actually use it on the doors because this is a keyless entry, so you can unlock the vehicle from using the buttons on the exterior of the door, like we showed you guys earlier. And passive door lock, what that's gonna do, it will actually lock the vehicle for you. So if you're one of those forgetful people that forget to lock their vehicle, you walk away and the vehicle locks automatically for you. And you can actually do it on with a horn chirp, so that way when you walk away, it locks and it chirps at you. And that's about it. Oh, one more. Remote left in the vehicle alert. So I'm a person who leaves my keys in the vehicle a lot. So if I leave a key fob in here, I walk away, the vehicle's gonna chirp at me to let me know that I forgot a key fob in here. So I can hop in, get the key out, and leave. Now we're gonna move on down. So you do have that home button right there. So this is the home button that you use to switch different screens, okay? So right now we'll have our music, our iPhone, all on the same screen, okay? So these are just about these buttons right there. You can also sync radio stations this way, and the phone will be right there. So those are kind of fun. Power button right here. So if you press it once, it will mute the volume. If you press and hold, it will shut the radio off completely. And then you just press it again to turn it back on. You guys do have hazard lights right there, and it will show right here, bright and green. And then you have your climate control. That one's actually pretty easy. You got air conditioning on and off, okay? Blue obviously means cold. Red obviously means heat, so you just adjust it to whatever you need to adjust it to. Fan's gonna be right here, so you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of power. And this one's gonna have circulating air, meaning that the air is gonna go through inside the vehicle instead of coming from inside. And this is how you adjust where you want the air to go. So whether it to be on front, you got front and feet, just feet, front windshield, whole front windshield, and the rear windshield, you do have to push the button in, okay? Right here, we're gonna have our shifter. So obviously you have your park, reverse, neutral, drive, or low gear. With the low gear, obviously you do have to put it in low, and then you shift up and down like this. So you'll put it in low and then go up and down for gears, okay? Just like that. And this vehicle does have heated seats right here, so you just turn them on like this and then shut them off. And your brake is right there, on, off. All right, guys, so we have a few buttons over here on top, okay? So we have our passenger airbag light on, which right now it's lit up, okay, because there's somebody sitting next to me. You got your button right here. So let's say if you guys forget what your username and password is for Wi-Fi. You can click this button right here. You can say Wi-Fi settings, and they will pull up on the screen. Next one's gonna be OnStar, okay? So let's say if you guys driving down the road and you pop the tire. You can push this button right here and you can tell them what's going on. They actually will have a location of your vehicle already, so they will send a tow truck to help you change your tire or tow you to the nearest dealership. And you guys do have 1 month of OnStar services for free. And then once you do the OnStar call, they'll give you a couple of different fun options. And this is the SOS button. So God forbid you guys will see a car accident and you want to help. You can push this button and they will send whatever help you need. Or if you get on a car accident, or if you're having chest pains, you can push this button right there. They will send whatever help you guys need, okay? There's a couple of buttons right there. So that's lights off, lights on, or we like to keep it on the door, which means anytime the door is open, the lights will come on. We also have a sunroof right here, which right now it's all the way closed. So you open this up, boom, and then there's buttons right there. So this one will actually give you just a little bit of air, but then if you press it again, it opens up just like that, and just close it a button down. And it closes all the way, and then you can close that up. Hi guys, I hope you truly enjoyed this virtual delivery with me today. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us here at Karl Chevrolet. Thank you so much for your business. Enjoy the new ride.